Hi, I'm Nikki,
And I'm Kat, and
and we
we're
are
Woo
Woo
Besties.
Besties.
You said the other day that you wanted to talk about, I think it was spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Yeah.
get into it.
Okay. Um, so you and I were talking about how the energy has felt really intense lately
Mhm.
and quite heavy. And I shared with you that I went through like I've just like the over the last week, I've been feeling like flat. Like my energy hasn't felt vibrationally high or calm or peaceful like I normally feel most of the time.
Mhm.
It's felt like irritated and easily triggered. So
Mm.
I've been experiencing this um, shifting in dimensions, and I've experienced it before, but I feel like I'm more conscious of it happening, and I don't fully understand it, and I don't think any of us need to fully understand it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I say I feel it more is because I'm seeing more things with my actual eyes. So before, with my clairvoyant ability, I would see things when I would close my eyes. I would sense something was there. I may see a shadow out of the corner of my eye, but I never actually saw anything like I'm looking at you now, right?
Mhm.
But over the last month, things have been appearing to me like
Mm.
in my actual
Mhm.
whatever vision is called.
Yeah.
And um, it's not like it's clear like I'm looking at you. It's still like a silhouette, like it's an outline of
Yeah.
um, see-through thing. And it will always come with telepathic communication, so to speak, or my clear cognizance, but like they'll
Mhm.
give me the information of who it is. And so the other night, it was dark downstairs and I was in the laundry and I was walking back to go back up into the living area of the house. And I walked past, I was walking towards the like part to turn to go into the hallway. And as I was walking, I could see this figure sitting on the bed that was there. And it was one of Michael's ancestors. I
Mm.
knew it was one of his ancestors because that's what they told me. And I think it was either a great grandfather or a great grandmother or a great grandfather. I'm not sure. Um, but their energy, or it could have been his grandfather from his mum who died a long, long time ago. And their energy felt familiar. I wasn't scared. I'm pretty sure they were like part of one of our spirit teams.
Mhm.
Felt comforting. But
Okay.
the interesting thing was I could actually, see them. But me seeing them with my actual eyes didn't stay. Like it was kind of once that energy got my attention and I
Mhm.
was communicating with them, then the kind of, as I got closer to them, that silhouette faded.
Okay.
It's never really happened to me before.
Mm.
And then, so I've been seeing a lot of things like that, which is interesting. The other thing that happened a couple of days ago was I was outside and I was like cleaning the pine needles off the trampoline, and um, there was a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot there, but I didn't actually see them with my actual eyes.
Mhm.
They Again, my eyes were open. I didn't see them like I was looking at you, but they showed themselves to me like to the side of me, but I didn't really turn my head. I was focused on what I was doing, and I felt like if I turned my head, I would lose
Mhm.
what I was actually seeing. So it was weird. Like it was kind of like I was seeing it in my mind, but my eyes weren't closed. My eyes were open.
Yeah.
And they said, we're just letting you know that we're here and that we're a high vibrational energy. That's why you don't see us all the time. And we're just here helping the planet. And they said, we eat those pine needles. I was like, oh, that's good. I'm glad someone has a use for them. Somebody has
Mhm.
And I know that could sound crazy to some people, but I just thought that was an interesting encounter
Yeah.
being outside with all the trees and all the nature. And I feel like they would, if we were to see them in nature, they would blend in really easily to the
Mm-hmm.
environment.
Hmm.
Um, and then Michael saw our dog who passed away 10 years ago when he was mowing the yard the other day. And he said to me earlier today that he's been seeing a lot more things out of his peripheral vision. And for him, that's
Mm.
a new thing
Yeah.
and is very on point with the energy and the
Yeah.
upgrades that are going on for the month of July. And he said to me this morning, I'm not sure why this is happening. It's not something that I can't usually see these things. And he said he felt someone touch his head the other day. I felt like stroke his head. And I felt like it
Mm-hmm.
was probably his mother when he said that. I got the feeling that it was his mum.
Mm.
Um, and I know that she's a guardian or a protector for our kids. So I feel like she's definitely with our
Yeah.
kids all the time. And she was just letting him know that she was there. So I was listening to Maria, the lady
Mm-hmm.
that does podcasts that we like,
Yeah.
the other day, and she mentioned that July is where a lot of this stuff is happening to all of us, not just
Mm-hmm.
those who are aware,
Yeah.
but also people who aren't aware. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're experiencing more than usual, it's normal right
I
now.
feel like all of us, as we as a planet awaken more and more, this stuff is going to become more and more natural.
Mm.
And so I feel like my stuff has been opening up a lot more too. And I feel like those who have never experienced it before are going to start experiencing it. Those who've experienced, some kind of, clairvoyance or something like that, all of that's going to open up a lot more.
Mm.
Um, when I don't see actual outlines. So when I see things, it's shadows, it's light orbs, it's like little twinkle lights, different things like that. But I don't ever actually see an outline of anything. I can't tell what it is. It's just like a shadow or a light. It'll just get my attention. To me, I don't know what it is. I don't get the clear cognizance or anything with it that tells me what it is. I'm just like, oh, something's there. And
Yeah, yeah.
I can just feel the energy of like, obviously it's not dangerous because my house is on lockdown. Like there is because I've had so many spirits coming in and like, just the work I do, like this is a fortress. So I know nothing negative is getting in here, but I can feel like, oh, that's just a guide or like, oh, that's just, such and such. And I'm just like, hey, thanks, stay a while if you want. Like they never bother me or anything like
Yeah.
that, but I see them with my eyeball. I see the light orb or the shadow with my eyeballs until I acknowledge it and then it just goes away. But
Do you
yeah,
ask them why they're here or what message they have for you?
sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't get a lot of information, but I guess I do get a sense of like, oh, that's just a guide. Most of them that I see are just my guides hanging out.
Mhm.
They never have a message for me or anything, but I also don't ask them. Anytime my guides have a message for me, they tell me, or they're
Mhm.
or they're loudly trying to get my attention in some way.
Mhm.
Um, So these, I literally just feel like they're hanging out, watching over me,
Do you think
being
they could
part of the
be there
vibe.
for Josh as well?
Maybe. I mean, I don't always, yes, I do. I feel like some of them are for him, but again, it's just like a, hey, what's up? Like in passing, like, you good? I'm good. Okay, cool. Like, I'll leave you there.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, they're different than the spirits who are trying to get my attention who need something.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Yeah, you can. Plus, you can feel that they don't need
yes.
attention too, probably.
Yes. I can
Mhm.
just feel like so and so's hanging out in a corner.
Mhm.
Cool. Have fun.
Yeah. And so I feel like they've probably always been there, but for me, I'm seeing them more.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
The feeling I get is that maybe these guides are from someone else that you know. Maybe these guides that you're seeing and that you're not getting, they're not part specifically of yours. They may be, but some of them may be from a loved one. So it could be for Josh, or it could be for one of your parents or a friend or something.
Mhm.
Maybe they have like a message for you that then you go and help that person with.
Yeah. But
Mm,
anytime I've gotten those, like they've been a lot more urgent.
okay.
These are literally just hanging out because I get those all the time too.
Okay.
But like they get my attention in a different way. Like
Right.
they're flickering light bulbs. There's
Mm.
popping noises in the house that aren't normal. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think I told you this story. So I told you my house is like on lockdown. Like this is a fortress because of the work I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to my gym the other day, and in the middle of this like quiet break, this it sounded like something got caught up in the fan blades, and it was like rah rah rah. It was like when it kind of and it stopped, and we were like, "What was?" We all looked, we all heard it. It was loud. We're like, "What is that?" And we went over there, inspected it, didn't see anything. And then immediately I got this download like, this is a spirit who needs your help. And I was like, oh, okay, totally fine. We just unplugged the fan, went back to it, and everyone was like, what was that? And I was like, oh, don't worry, guys, that was for me. Like, but they do just random things like that. But as soon as it happens, I get the message, someone here needs your help, or somebody here has a message for you. But I have noticed a lot more touching. Like you were saying, Michael felt like somebody stroking his head. I
Mm-hmm.
have felt that, like, I feel like somebody grabbed my ankles, or someone touched my leg, or, put their hand on my shoulder, like just all kinds of different things. I've had a lot more of that,
Mm-hmm.
very randomly, very sporadically. And
Mm.
it's always weird. No one's around you.
Yeah.
Usually it happens when I'm home alone and I'm like, oh, okay, hello, thank you.
Right.
I feel like, I feel like they're just putting like good energy, healing energy, or like coding in me. It never feels like negative.
No.
It always feels like they're just helping me in some way, but it always is like interesting and catches me off guard.
Yeah, I also feel like if it's an ancestor doing it to us, they're just giving us some affection like they would if they were really
Uh-huh.
here. And I think that we are becoming more aware of it. Like
Yeah.
we're all feeling it more.
Mm-hmm.
And that veil between that dimension and our dimension is getting thinner.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah. So we're definitely more aware and more
Mm-hmm.
connected, whether we know it or not.
Well, I feel like, it's going to happen to everyone, whether
Mhm.
they're aware of it, whether they stop and slow down and pay attention enough. We're all experiencing this shift. We're
Mhm.
all going to see more and more of this. But I think
Mhm.
it's a good thing, because I think this should be stuff that's talked about. I didn't
Definitely.
grow up hearing any of this, talking about any of this kind of stuff, knowing anybody, but we should be talking about this. Like we're all experiencing it in different ways, and it's weird. And the first time it happens, like if you're new to the spiritual world, like I know your husband is, familiar with you, you talk about stuff with him. So it's like that wouldn't be scary for him. But someone who is not of, this world that we're talking about,
Mhm.
if that happens, like if you feel someone touch you, or you see something out of the corner of your eye, like that can be really scary. So
Yeah.
I think the more that all of us experience it and talk about it openly and share with each other
Mhm.
what this looks like and the different ways we can experience this,
Mhm.
it's going to be so helpful for everybody because there's so many different intuitive styles. There's
Mhm.
what, nine?
That I know of. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like we all experience things differently.
Mhm.
There's so many different ways of doing it. And
Yeah. Michael. So this happens to me quite often, but in grocery stores, I will see spirits, like
hmm,
not mine.
yeah.
They probably belong to someone else, or they might be just like lost or whatever.
Hmm.
But that's something else Michael told me today. He said, he was in Lowe's. He said, I saw a spirit in Lowe's. He said, I've never seen that before. I said, oh, that's interesting.
Josh and I went antique shopping. Like, let's go in this antique store.
Hmm.
And I was looking on the wall for like wall art, and the second I'm like, that looks weird. And I could just see the shadow, and I was like, there is definitely a spirit in that painting, like for sure. And it was an ugly
Yeah.
painting too. And it just like the energy was
You
off, and I'm
out?
just like,
Oh.
whoa, there's something there. I just kept on walking because I'm like,
Yeah.
not my place, not my problem, but there is something in that picture.
There's a lot of spirits in antique
I'm
stores.
sure.
I'm always hyper aware in big spaces. Like I feel like Walmart or any grocery store, it's such a big space. And
Mhm.
the energy, like people come in there, so many people go there and they will bring their energy with them and whatever they've got attached to them or whatever. So I'm very sensitive in those. Well, I'm very sensitive anyway, but those
Stop
spaces.
it. Welcome to a day in the life of a projector. Literally, you walk into the grocery store and you can feel everyone's energy, and you're like, this is too much. There's too many
Right.
humans on the planet. Yes, that is
But
every single
it's
day as
not
a
only
projector.
human energy you're feeling, you're also feeling spiritual spirits
Yes.
too that are just
Yeah.
hanging out with them or, whatever.
Hmm.
And so I think that's the first time Michael's ever seen, and it was again in his peripheral vision, but I think it's the first time he's ever seen one that's probably not related to him or got nothing to do with him.
Yeah. It's
But
so interesting that his stuff has just opened up so much that all of a sudden he can see these. That's because I
he
know
said,
your
why do you,
daughter sees them a lot,
yeah. He said, why
in
do
the
you think
house.
this is happening? I said, well, it's not a coincidence that we're together and this is, you know, that you're with me. You know that, right? I said it's gonna happen. Like and then I did tell him about that. I did mention that channeling you did for me, and you probably don't remember, but in the channeling, you say there's so many reasons why we're together,
Hmm.
and all the past lives we've had, and so it's no coincidence. I said I wouldn't have married you if you weren't into this, and if you didn't understand this stuff. I couldn't be with somebody who didn't get it.
Yeah.
you know like it's important for me to not feel crazy when I share this stuff with you.
Yeah.
And I said it's okay, it's nothing to be scared of, it's just your energy is opening, and July is big for everyone.
Hmm.
Yeah. So he's like
I mean, is he open to it or is he just like, yeah, I don't want it?
he's open to it. I've
Okay.
talked to you about this before, and for him, he doesn't like to think too much about it. Like he
Okay.
wants to share it with me, but he doesn't want me to give him too much advice or explain it. He
Yeah.
just wants me to know that it's happened. And if I think it's just comforting for him to tell me and me go, yeah, well, that's normal.
That's
But
normal. Yeah.
and you said to me, and this resonated a lot with a man's intuition, it's just a part of them. They don't like to label it. For us, we can label it and we can talk about it.
Mhm.
I think this might be common for a lot of men, just for
Yeah.
it to expand and be a part of them, but them not really want to admit to it. I feel like in a way men think this is a feminine thing, but like you and I have discussed it, feminine and masculine energy is important in everyone. Just
Yeah.
because a man has feminine energy doesn't mean they're gay.
Yeah.
And so I feel like for men who like think that they have to be a man, it's hard for them to accept the feminine parts of them. And
Hmm.
for Michael, he definitely feels like being intuitive is a feminine aspect.
Interesting.
So I said, yeah, you like to. I said, whether you know it or not, you go in and out of your spirituality.
I
I
feel
think
like he's learning that. And so that's the reason too, like that his YouTube channel is blowing up based on his intuitive moves that he's made recently that have caused that. In addition to you just manifesting through him, is this showing him that he is using his intuition, even if he's not labeling it or talking about or doing the same ways that we are.
I
He's
fully
still
believe
getting
that.
ideas, acting on them, and it's playing out,
Mhm.
and
He
it's
just doesn't
showing
want to
him
talk
his
about it in
power.
that respect. Like when I
Yeah,
told him you gave me that message for him, he's
yeah,
like, oh, yeah, whatever. Like he doesn't want to think about it from that perspective.
I mean, it's still working for him. That's all that
Right.
matters.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
learning what his intuition sounds like. It doesn't always come through you or through me.
Mhm.
He's learning to act on his own ideas and downloads and what comes to him.
Mhm. Yeah. Fascinating, isn't it?
It is so fascinating. Just the male and female mentality and like, the different ways that we're all brought up and like what's
Yeah.
normal to us and
Hmm.
yeah. It's interesting. I used to be very logical and very analytical.
Hmm.
And I think that's Josh's hang up because he is very logical and very analytical. And
Hmm.
when we started dating, we were the same person. It was just like he was the male version and I was the female version, and we were the same person.
Hmm.
And it's interesting because a couple years into our dating, I started my spiritual journey and like a lot of me changed. And
Mm.
now I'm focused on alignment and intuition, and I'm not focused on success. I'm focused on peace and, healing
Right.
the body and all of this stuff. And in this spiritual world, because I'm relying on my intuition and alignment, you kind of drop the logical, analytical stuff, the
Hmm.
human brain part of it. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And
Hmm.
it's like he's still there and I'm here now, and it's just so different. And I think that's a lot of his resistance to the spiritual stuff is like that is who he is at his core.
Hmm.
And so I think when I talk about spirits or something happens in the house, like he always has a reason, a logical reason for it because he just can't turn that part off yet.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm
It
like,
doesn't
one of us needs
mean
to stay grounded in this relationship anyway, because I am way up in the stars. Like, one of us needs one foot on the ground, and that's fine.
yeah. And it's hard to not try and logic these things away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, except when something really weird happens and you just have nothing to explain it, and you're just like, I know what I saw, I know what I
Hmm.
experienced, and
Hmm.
there's nothing for that one.
Hmm. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something will happen, like you said, something will happen for Josh and probably for a lot of other people that don't believe this stuff that's undeniable, and then they just start like they can't
When I think that's why your husband is having a lot of this not with you. It's when he's on his
get
own,
that.
then that's another reason why these are happening when they're happening is it's to open up his channels through his
Yeah.
own experience, but it's not tied to you. Like,
Mhm.
because I feel like if you were with him, he'd be like, oh, that's for Nikki, that's for Nikki. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
And
the TV
so,
remote thing.
yes. And so I feel like all of it
Yeah.
is like he's experiencing it when he's away from you. And I think it's gonna be the same thing with Josh. Like he's gonna experience
Hmm.
it when he's not with me
Hmm.
for his, on his own where he can't deny it. Cause
Yeah.
you don't believe this stuff until you personally experience it. It's just too wild.
I think one of the things that started happening with me when like my energy got more into this is
Hmm.
the spirits would touch my head, like being touched, like when they touch your arm,
Yeah.
right? Or the back of your head, or wherever they touch you, that feeling of being touched by something that you can't actually see
Yeah.
is one of the freakiest but most natural things
Hmm.
that I think happens to a lot of us.
Yeah.
So it may be something like that that starts happening that's
Hmm.
like,
And like it's undeniable. And you're like, I know what
yeah,
that was.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know something
for sure.
touched me.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah,
So,
for
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah.
I think for me, like the hardest thing for me to wrap my head around was like spirits coming in and talking to me. Cause at first I was like, oh, this is just my brain making up stories.
Mm,
But then it was like I would get these stories and like I would get words or like names or like things I had never heard of before. And I was like, okay, like my human
mhm,
brain has never heard that word before. I have to look things up. And so I
Hmm.
was like, okay, I know that wasn't me that came up with that. Like,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, but that was, I mean, that to me was the hardest thing to wrap my head around and like get used to that I had to
Yeah.
experience that, that was my way of knowing like, yes, you need to have faith in this process,
Uh-huh.
even if you can't explain it, because this really is happening.
Hmm. Kat and I are organizing a retreat in September. It's the
September 25th through the 27th, we
hmm
have a gorgeous house on the lake, literally on the lake with a
yeah,
private dock.
yes.
And it is just a relaxation, rejuvenation retreat. It's
Hmm.
going to be a vibe. We have you are teaching. What are you speaking about?
I'm speaking about intuition and how we connect with it and the different types of intuition. So
Yeah.
it'll be a class and a integration meditation, which will be a
Mhm.
couple of hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're
And
going to
then what
break
do
for
you?
lunch.
Yeah.
It's a whole like Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Hmm.
the whole thing. And
Yeah.
then later that night, I am doing somatic healing and release.
Yes.
And we're going to do a sound bath under the stars to integrate all of this healing.
Hmm.
And it's going to be so amazing. I'm
I can't
so
wait.
excited.
Me
There's
too.
so much free time. Literally, we can just like hop in the lake and hang out.
Yes.
It's near Knoxville, Tennessee. It's on
Hmm.
Norris Lake in
And that's La
La
Follette. Hmm.
Tennessee.
Hmm.
And we're going to drop the link below because we
Yeah.
only have limited spots.
Yes, there's 10 to 12
Yes.
spaces. We have, I think it's 9 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms, and massive living area and dining area. And there's swings on the verandas. There's,
We're going to drop the link below. Make sure you grab your tickets. The
mm-hmm.
spots are filling up very, very quickly. So make sure you save your spot, reserve
Yes.
your seats, and all of the things. September
Yay.
25th through 27th.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys. We'll see you
Bye.
soon.